Welcome back, lovely ladies. If you want to become the woman of your dreams, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video and join our Patreon for even more exclusive content. Now, let's dive into today's story. The autumn breeze whispered through the empty hallways of Valley Creek High School as Devin, 19, crept toward the girls' locker room. His heart raced with malicious excitement, phone held steady in his trembling hands as he positioned himself near the door. The soft click of his camera barely registered in the silence, but each photo he snapped sent a thrill of power through his slight frame. This was just his latest act of rebellion, following the vicious rumors he'd spread about Mr. Poi, the English teacher, allegedly craving other men's attention, and the scandalous lies about Police Chief West's marriage troubles. Standing at barely 5'4" with delicate features and shoulder-length dark hair, Devin compensated for his diminutive stature with calculated cruelty. His single mother, Meg, had long since lost control of his behavior, watching helplessly as her son terrorized their small community with his malicious pranks and spiteful gossip. His reputation as the town troublemaker had grown steadily over the past year, each new act of mischief bolder than the last. The thrill of causing chaos had become an addiction, one that he fed with increasing frequency. That evening, Devin strutted into the kitchen of his mother's modest two-story home, ready to dismiss any lecture she might attempt. The familiar scent of her cooking typically filled the air at this hour, but today the kitchen smelled of fresh vegetables and unfamiliar herbal tea. Instead of finding his mother alone, he discovered her sitting with her new friend Amanda, a stern-looking social worker in her late 40s with short gray hair and practical clothing. They were sharing a plate of raw vegetables and hummus, completely ignoring his entrance. "How can you eat that rabbit food?" he sneered, trying to provoke a reaction. His voice carried the practiced disdain he'd perfected over years of troublemaking. His mother's face turned serious, her usual worried expression replaced by something harder. "We had a call from Chief West. He's not happy about the rumors you've been spreading about his wife. He knows they're false, and so do we. He also mentioned those photos you took could lead to serious charges. The prosecutor has scheduled a hearing about sending you to Masterlad Rehabilitation." The color drained from Devin's face, his carefully maintained facade of confidence cracking. He'd heard stories about Masterlad, whispered accounts of what happened to troublemakers who ended up there. "But that place is like a prison. The older guys there, they treat smaller ones like me really rough. You can't send me there." His voice cracked with genuine fear. "Actually," Amanda interjected, rising from her chair with fluid authority, "there is an alternative." She stood at her full height, her practical blazer and sensible shoes somehow more intimidating than any power suit. "As a licensed social worker with expertise in behavioral modification, the court will put you in my custody. As long as your mother and I provide good reports, you can avoid Masterlad." But her eyes narrowed, fixing him with an unblinking stare. "You would have to obey us absolutely. Every instruction, every rule, every change we implement. Which do you choose?" Devin's manipulative mind raced, calculating his options. He'd always managed to talk his way out of trouble before, using his innocent appearance and quick wit to his advantage. "I'd rather be in your custody," he said sweetly, trying to sound sincere. "I know you both want what's best for me." His fingers fidgeted with the hem of his worn band t-shirt, a nervous habit he'd never quite managed to break. "Oh yes," Meg replied with an unsettling smile that made Devin's stomach twist. "We'll give you exactly the care you deserve." "Well, Devin," he said, edging toward the door as casually as he could manage, "now that that's settled, I'm going out for a while. Just need some fresh air to process everything." "You're not going anywhere," his mother declared firmly, her voice carrying an authority he'd never heard before. Amanda backed her up with a challenging stare, moving to block his path to the door. "Stand still. Stop fidgeting. We're going to start a complete makeover of you right now. First thing, get out of that ugly t-shirt and those worn jeans. The expensive running shoes, too." Devin seemed to shrink before their eyes, his usual confident posture crumbling. He began to pull up his shirt, then hesitated, looking around the kitchen nervously. "I should go to another room." "You should do as you're told right here," his mother countered, her tone brooking no argument. "Amanda will be in charge of your care." There's no need for modesty. With trembling hands, Devin removed his favorite double Doom Band t-shirt, the gruesome artwork now facing the floor as his mother immediately stepped forward and dropped it in the trash. The metallic clang of the lid closing felt somehow final. Next came his prized running shoes, the ones he'd manipulated his mother into buying just last month. Finally, he stepped out of his designer jeans, the last barrier of his carefully cultivated image falling away. Standing in just his underwear and socks, he felt exposed and vulnerable under their scrutinizing gazes. Meg retrieved a pink shopping bag from her purse, the glossy paper catching the afternoon light. Devin recognized the swirling red letters of Intimate Treasures, the store at the mall he'd often tried to peek into. His mother handed him the bag, the rustling paper seeming unnaturally loud in the tense kitchen. "Get out of those shorts and put these on now." Inside was a pair of high-cut, filmy apricot-colored panties. The material felt impossibly soft against his fingers as he lifted them from the tissue paper. "You can't expect me to wear these," he protested weakly, his voice barely above a whisper. "Of course we can," his mother assured him, her tone almost gentle but with an undercurrent of steel. "It's part of Amanda's program for you. Your old clothes reinforced your troublemaker image. These will promote better behavior and a very different self-image. Everything about you is going to change, Devin. Everything." Thoughts of Master Lad filled Devin's mind. The stories he'd heard about what happened to newcomers there, especially ones as small and delicate as him. With his back turned, he quickly changed into the dreaded undergarment. The material flattened his intimate areas, making him feel distinctly less masculine. The high cut emphasized his naturally rounded hips, and the snug fit was a constant reminder of his new situation. "I want to see them from every angle," Amanda commanded, her clinical tone making the situation somehow worse. "Walk around and model them for us. Show us how they fit." Blushing furiously, Devin circled the kitchen as instructed, each step feeling like a further surrender of his identity. Amanda corrected his walk repeatedly, telling him to lift his heels slightly, place one foot directly in front of the other, and keep his knees closer together. "Excellent," she declared after several rounds of adjustments. "You'll be wearing these all the time from now on. Every day, every night, every moment." The next items came from a larger shopping bag, lime-colored fitted slacks that clung to his legs like a second skin, a rainbow-striped pullover shirt that hugged his torso in ways that emphasized his slight build, and pale yellow canvas shoes with red laces. Each piece seemed designed to strip away another layer of his masculinity, to transform him into something entirely different. The entire ensemble screamed sweet and harmless, exactly the opposite of the image he'd spent years cultivating. His mother took out her phone and dialed Chief West. The sound of each button press made Devin flinch. "Hello, Chief. I wanted you to know that Amanda has started her program, and he's responding well so far. Let me send you a picture to show you the progress." Amanda had Devin pose with his arms out, wrists limp, head tilted submissively. No, she corrected, adjusting his stance. "Soften your shoulders. Relax your fingers. You're making fists again. That's aggressive body language. We want you to look gentle, approachable." Each adjustment stripped away another piece of his defensive armor as his mother took several photos. "I'll be posting these on our department site, so all officers can recognize him." Chief West's voice came through the speaker, tinged with satisfaction. "If he behaves, they'll leave him alone. If he makes any trouble, even the smallest infraction, he'll be sent to Master Lad while we process the charges. Every officer in town will be watching." The women spent the next hour teaching Devin a new way of walking, small steps, one foot directly in front of the other, with a slight sway that made him want to cry. When he protested that it felt unnatural, Amanda reminded him that every police officer would be watching, evaluating, ready to report any deviation from his new persona. "Now," his mother announced, checking her watch, "you need to go to Gilliam's Market for a few items. I'll call ahead to Mr. G." She smiled at Devin's obvious distress. "He's quite interested in seeing your transformation." Devin's heart sank to his stomach. He'd caused plenty of trouble at the market over the years, disrupting business, making messes of the shelves, and even shoplifting small items when he thought no one was looking. Mr. G had always watched him with disappointed eyes, never confronting him directly, but clearly aware of every transgression. Now he'd have to face the shopkeeper in this humiliating outfit. The walk to the store was an exercise in pure mortification. Every step in his new shoes felt wrong. The soles were too thin, the fit too snug. He tried to keep his head down, but Amanda's voice echoed in his mind. Chin up, shoulders back, gentle smile. A police car cruised past, the officer honking and calling out, "Posture," Devin with a knowing grin. His childhood friend Josh cycled past, doing a double take that nearly sent him crashing into a mailbox. The look of shock on Josh's face quickly transformed into amused disbelief. "Dude, what are you wearing?" he called out, circling back for a better look. Before Devin could formulate a response, Tanya appeared with her friends, the same girls he had tormented countless times with crude comments and unwanted attention. They surrounded him, phones out, giggling as they took photos. "Nice clothes, Devin," Tanya smirked. "Maybe I can borrow them sometime. They'd probably fit me better, though." Her friends erupted in laughter as he blushed and tried to hurry past, struggling to maintain the proper walking style Amanda had drilled into him. "Oh no, don't rush off," one of Tanya's friends called after him. "We need a video for social media. Everyone needs to see the new you." At the market, town gossip Miss Austin cornered him immediately by the produce section. "Devin, is that really you?" Her eyes widened with delighted scandal as she took in his appearance. "My goodness, what a change." He explained his situation meekly, unable to summon his usual attitude. The words tumbled out in a humiliating confession. "I'm sure this will make you a better person," she smirked, patting his cheek condescendingly. "I'll tell everyone so they won't bother you with questions, though I'm sure they'll all want to see for themselves." Mr. G made him wait while helping other customers, each minute stretching endlessly as Devin stood by the counter, conscious of every eye in the store studying his transformed appearance. Finally, the shopkeeper approached, a knowing smile playing at his lips. Instead of the usual paper bags, he handed Devin a bright pink floral reusable shopping bag to carry his purchases. "Try this gum," he added, placing a pack of fruit-flavored sugarless gum on the counter. "Your mommy says it's okay." The infantilizing tone made Devin want to sink through the floor. "And remember to always have some with you. We wouldn't want your breath to be anything but sweet and fresh." Back home, he discovered his bedroom had undergone its own transformation. Gone were the dark posters of metal bands and action movies, replaced by pastel wallpaper with delicate floral patterns. His rock magazines were replaced with teen pop publications. His video games had vanished, and his bedding was now frilly and feminine, complete with ruffled pillows and a canopy over the bed. Even his prized baseball cap collection had been replaced by dainty hair accessories. "The programs you like are too violent," his mother explained when he found the TV disconnected. Amanda stood beside her, arms crossed. "Now you can watch these instead." She indicated a stack of Rainbow Studio DVDs, a show aimed at teenage girls that focused on friendship, fashion, and first crushes. "We expect you to be familiar with every episode. There will be quizzes." "Thank you, Mom," Devin said quietly, recognizing the futility of resistance. "And thank you, Aunt Amanda," the older woman prompted, her stern expression brooking no argument. "Thank you, Aunt Amanda," he repeated, his voice barely above a whisper, the words tasting like surrender on his tongue. Later that evening, his mother and Amanda called him to the den. The room that had once been his favorite retreat now felt foreign with new throw pillows and lace doilies on every surface. "We've been discussing how to address you," his mother began, patting the spot between them on the sofa. "To help you embrace your gentler side, we've decided that at home you'll be called Angela." Devin started to protest, but Amanda cut in smoothly. "Chief West agrees it would show your sincerity about avoiding Master Lad. But of course, the choice is yours." Her tone made it clear it wasn't really a choice at all. The threat of Master Lad loomed large in his mind, the stories of what happened there growing more terrifying with each passing moment. "Whatever you think is best, Aunt Amanda." "That's wonderful progress, Angela." Amanda beamed. the name falling like a final seal on his fate. By the end of the school year, who knows how much you'll have changed. Now, let's practice your new signature. I have some lovely pink gel pens for you to use. His mother and Amanda retired to the master bedroom to discuss other matters, leaving Devin, now Angela, to contemplate the future in his frilly room, wearing snug feminine clothes, watching vapid teen shows. He realized his days of causing trouble were irrevocably over. He would have to maintain perfect behavior or face consequences too horrible to contemplate. The next morning brought fresh challenges. His mother laid out another feminine outfit for school, complete with pale pink socks and a matching hairband. She supervised his morning routine, ensuring he used the new scented body wash and shampoo, applied the appropriate amount of moisturizer, and styled his hair according to Amanda's detailed instructions. The walk to school felt endless, especially when he passed groups of his former friends. Their snickers and whispered comments followed him down the hallway like a trail of breadcrumbs marking his shame. Some pulled out their phones to record his new walking style, while others made exaggerated feminine gestures behind his back. In class, Mr. Poi, the very teacher he'd spread rumors about, made a point of calling him Angela when taking attendance. The other students' reactions ranged from shocked gasps to poorly suppressed laughter. Devin sat with perfect posture, hands folded in his lap, fighting back tears as he remembered all the cruel things he'd said about the teacher. Now the tables had turned completely. During lunch, he had to sit with a group of girls his mother and Amanda had arranged as his new friends. They treated him like their personal dress-up doll, fixing his hair and offering makeup tips between bites of their salads. The boys he used to hang out with walked past their table, pointedly ignoring him or making exaggerated feminine gestures when they thought teachers weren't looking. "Your hair is getting so soft with that new shampoo," one of the girls commented, running her fingers through his locks. "And it's growing out nicely. Soon we'll be able to style it properly. We should take you shopping this weekend," another suggested with false sweetness. "You need more variety in your wardrobe. Maybe something in lavender. It would suit your coloring." After school, Amanda was waiting in her practical sedan to drive him to his new weekly therapy sessions. The car interior smelled of vanilla air freshener and contained a pink cushion specifically for him to sit on. "Remember," she said as they pulled up to her office, "this is all for your own good. You needed structure, discipline, and a complete change of perspective. How do you feel about your transformations so far?" Devin smoothed his skirt and answered in the soft voice they had trained him to use. "I understand now that my behavior was wrong. Thank you for helping me improve myself." Amanda nodded approvingly. "You're learning. Soon the old Devin will be just a memory, and Angela will be who you truly are. Now, let's work on your journaling exercises. I want to see at least 3 pages about your feelings regarding your new wardrobe. Did you like the story? Hit that like button and tell me what you thought in the comments. Do you want to hear more stories? Subscribe and hit the bell for exclusive content and early access.
Check out our Patreon.
You can find the link in the description, or you can watch any of the videos shown on my right. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.